Coming Fleece Force, it's Spinners Saturday, and I run Spinners Saturday and I run yarn work on Sensational Sunday, which are the final two processing stages, which are not a core of Benridge Woolworks, but they are absolutely essential to the all-round knowledge, and they actually draw all the way up from where the mill is based. The mill is the foundation steps. My mill lays down the foundation steps to the spinning and the knitting and the crochet side. And to understand truly how 75 different breeds behave when it goes to the spinning stage and behave when it goes to the yarn work and the knitting stage, it's incredibly important, because the stuff I've learned is just absolutely phenomenal in recent weeks since starting it up. I've got a lot of wool to spin actually, and I'm really enjoying it. So I have set myself to learn 2 questions. Question 1 is how the different breeds behave. And I've already learned quite a lot in that area already, but there's much more to do. Question 2 is, how do I know that I have spun a certain weight? And a little remark on that one is the testing side, so that I do know that I have spun a certain weight of yarn. Right now on the spinning wheel is Jacob. Jacob I have described in my breed descriptions on the website as a medium stapled, medium to slender bodied wool. And that will be confirmed even further when the yarn is produced. I always do 2-ply yarn. It's spun at 4-ply, but these singles of the bobbins will be plied together to create a 2-ply. You can see that the singles are intertwined together and plied together. Now, this is also 4-ply from Flock and Skein. It's a mill spun yarn, but actually the goal is to try and get your yarn really consistent and really good looking. So actually going off mill spun is quite a good model. This is a Blueface Leicester and Shetland yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm expecting this to be fluffier than the wool I'm spinning now, the Jacob. And that is absolutely correct. It's fluffier than the Jacob. Okay, here is 4-ply again, Teeswater. But look at the difference in that. Look how slender it is. Look how streamlined it is compared to my Jacob, and even again compared to the Blueface Leicester Shetland. So this is really sort of challenging, shall we say. Now, I would say that we're trying to work here on a fairly accurate account. I don't think it's an absolute precise science, but it is precise, because you've still got to get 4-ply, you've still got to get DK, but within all the breeds there is variation. You can see, look at if I was to split the ply there in 2, look how thin that is and not fluffy at all. Look at my Jacob. And now look at this Blueface Leicester. Incredible. Tension has a lot to do with it. But I think that once you get used to visualizing where you want to be with your 4-ply, so I would prefer to model just slightly finer than this, which I think is working really well. I'm slightly finer because I'm working with a less fluffy bouncy wool than Blueface Leicestershire Cross Shetland. I can't really compare to that as such. I know that I'm accepting it to be more fluffy and a bit thicker than a very streamlined Teeswater, but still, I want a 4-ply yarn. I want a 4-ply yarn. So for that, I have to measure my singles, which is half of the 2-ply there. I have to measure that. Another test that I can do to test if it's 4-ply is WPI, wraps per inch. So I look up 4-ply, the guidelines, wrap it round a ruler, and then that will give me wraps per inch. I know there's lots and lots of equipment for testing things like that. And the final piece, which I'm really interested in at the end of spinning, is knitting up a test square. So once this is finished, this yarn is finished, which is what I'm thinking is 4-ply, really trying to go in between this and this, these two 4-ply yarns, really trying to hit the spot with that. I can then run a test knit of about 24 stitches in stockinette. And as you know, if you've looked at my my knitting project, I have a lot of experience now knitting stockinette. So with my normal tension, I can knit a test square and count the stitches. So say I knit 24 stitches, how wide does 24 stitches go in using my yarn? And then I will know that it is 4-ply. Also by being comfortable on the 4-ply recommended needle size to use. That's another test. So I'm really looking forward to spinning a lot of yarn. I've got a lot of yarn jobs on actually, thank goodness, with myself and friends. And I'm really looking forward to studying yarn behaviour to get consistency within the breeds, and a gauge of the weight within the breeds, accepting that fluctuation but still remaining within the weight from different breeds, and also being able to test knit and test it to make sure that I have achieved a consistent yarn within the weight that I want, no matter what the breed. And that's just absolutely incredible to hit from a hand spinning point of view. I know that beginners, and I would say beginner to intermediate, would look at this. Expert spinners, any comments, anything you want to say, post away.